Hi guys, you've got the Oracle there, back for a new Legacy Cube Draft event. And out of this pack, a card, in my opinion, stands out, and it is Opposition, which is probably one of the best cards from the Legacy Cube. In Vintage, there are arguably better picks. But in Legacy, in the Legacy Cube, this card is fairly sick. I could see myself playing blue-green, blue-white, or even blue-red. They added a lot of token synergies as Pia and Kiran Nalar in red, which could be interesting. There's also the Goblin Bombardment, which could be something, I guess. And overall this pack not the best. Opposition, one of the best cards in the cube. So that's gonna be a fairly easy pick. And here we have Gideon. And blue-white is really nice with opposition in my opinion, even though blue-green could be and blue-red could also be options. I guess blue-black is the worst combination color for opposition. Um, so I guess my pick could be either to take Remand, which is a good blue card, not too synergic with opposition, I guess, or Gideon, which produce token is very good on its own, and blue white is just very good to play opposition with. So again, I don't think it is a very controversial pick or anything. Gideon is just perfect for my strategy, as well as being just very strong. And unfortunately, this pack has no blue or good white card. Yosei is fairly bad. The two best cards are probably Reanimate and Necromancy. And Reanimation is probably one of the best deck in Legacy Cube. Um, Crater Hoof, nice for the green decks. I guess Monument could be decent since if I'm making tokens. It is not great to sacrifice your token for opposition, but that could be another way to abuse token. The thing is, it's probably winning and it's not very appealing. I think my pick is just gonna be the Wimbrisk Height, because this is also good with token, and there's not much in this pack. An option could be to take the Pilgrim and go for some sort of bent or blue-green opposition deck. That could be good, but I think I'd rather just take the Wimbrisk Height and stay in blue-white for now. Here we do have Mother of Rune, which it is not. It's probably better in a deck with regular creature than in a deck with tokens, but it is still very good. Talrand is, it produces token, but it is definitely not my favorite, especially since in my deck I will probably end up with Planeswalker, a few enchantment, creature, and only 2 or 3 instant and sorceries. Condemn is one of the worst removal. Ancient Tomb is a card that I do like, but I think I just want Mother of Rune over it. As I said, this card is very strong, not at its best in in token decks, but it's a creature for opposition. It protects your other creature. It is just good overall. Um, Warder is fine, not very appealing. Same with Stop. Um, I guess I could take the stage to have the combo with Dark Depths. I don't think it is very good though. My pick is just gonna be Restoration Angel, as it is a very good just a very good creature, and blue white has also synergies with Enter the Battlefield effect, which makes this angel fairly appealing. Elves could be an option if I was playing green, but now I think I'm pretty sure that I'm white-blue. Blue seems to be cut a little bit, but I don't mind that too much, because my goal is just to play a base white deck with tokens and have the opposition because it's broken. I don't really need the blue cards like counter spells, blue planeswalker, and so on. I don't think I want the waste, though having mana fixing is gonna be important. I do like Face Feather a lot. Now Sun Titan is also a strong possibility. I still think I like Face Feather more, That card does a lot. I mean, it deals with almost everything, and it also gain life in the mono red matchup. I mean, any aggressive matchup, that card is great. I don't really like the fact that I'm stacking those 4 drops, but I still think I like Face Feather more than Titan. Um, Angel of Serenity, not great for my deck. I guess Sorin could be an option. I'm not sure that I want to be splashing black. Venzer is actually fairly good with Enter the Battlefield effect, but Reviliark is also good. Spellskite could also be an option. I'm not so sure about that. This is not an easy pick by any means. Um, I kinda like Planeswalker though. Though this means I'm gonna take Venzer, but Reviliark it's also very good. Here, Cloudskate is both good with Venzer and Reviliark, so that would be a nice follow-up, but I think I'm just gonna take Elsplat. As Elsplat is amazing with opposition. I mean, it's like Gideon, just one of the best 4-drop Planeswalker. I mean, those two are the best white Planeswalker, I would say. I guess the JCs, the 4 mana JCs and 2 mana JCs are probably better, but these are two of the most powerful Planeswalker in the cube, and they play very well with opposition. Um, and Cloudskate would be nice, but you know, I still think I like Elfplat more than Cloudskate. So Precursor Golem, I guess, is decent to some extent with opposition. I think, yeah, it works also pretty well with Venzer actually. It's not my favorite card, but I think there's more chance that I want to main deck that than Kami of Ancient Law, and both cards are gonna be fine sideboard option. I guess my pick here is just gonna be the Dragon. Hopefully I won't have to main deck that, but if my mana base is, you know, not the best and I can fetch a Hallowed Fountain or a Tundra with it, that could be interesting. And anyway, there's nothing else for me in this pack. Here, actually I'm gonna take Monument. If I have enough way to produce tokens, that card could be very good. It is also good with Golem because you know they cannot burn them anymore. I guess. I don't think I will have. Actually, maybe. I really don't like Condemned, and I don't think this is really a Curse Scroll deck, though the card is strong. I'm just gonna take Savannah on the off chance that I end up with banned things. I guess duels that I mean, besides blue-white duel land, the thing that I'm looking forward to get as mana fixer could be more blue-black or white-black, since cards like Lingering Souls requires you to, I mean, doesn't requires you, but if you can splash the black, they get much better. Um, and I say they, but actually it's mostly Lingering Souls. But you have some interesting white-black and blue-black card to splash, so you know that's why I'm more. I would be happier with black lands than a Savannah. War Gear is actually, I'm not sure. I don't think I really want that in my deck, but you never know. Um, I really like my 4 drops though. Face Feather, amazing removal. Restoration Angel, if I can get a bit more of Enter the Battlefield effect, that thing is gonna be great. And it's good no matter what. It is also very good with Golem, by the way. And we will Sorin. That's one of the white-black card that I could be interested in splashing. And now what I need is basically blue-white fixer, because I will end up with a decent amount of double white and double blue spells, as well as filling my curve here. And you know, that's pretty much it. I need token producer. I don't really want cards that cost more than 5. Enter the battlefield effect creature could be interesting. Um, as you can see, I willed the Relic Warder, which is nice. I can appreciate that. The only issue is that if I'm not, I might be mistaken, but if I'm not mistaken, there was a Gather the Townsfolk in a pack, and it didn't wheel. And if some other player are trying to assemble white token synergies, that's not gonna be great for me. But I might be wrong. And I'm not sure why, but why is this taking so much time? Pick your cards, gentlemen. Um, anyway, what do we have here? Okay, Rise the Alarm is good. Honestly, I think that I like Righteous Confluence more than Rise, but I have 6 4 drop and 3 5 drops, and I think that right now I really need to feel my curve here more than anywhere else. Um, so I'm gonna take the Rise. Findunter, not my favorite. I guess it's decent with Mother of Rune, but not great. And someone is gonna be able to build a really sick Reanimator deck, as they probably took Reanimate and wield um, the Necromancy we saw. So yeah, facing that deck, it's not gonna be not gonna be an easy matchup, especially for me since I'm not enough aggressive or control enough. Uh, but I guess opposition, you know, if I can slam that on the battlefield, this is gonna win most of my match anyway. Um, Godless Shrine would be a good wheel. Confluence too, as I said, for curve purposes, I'm just gonna take Rise the Alarm though. Brimaz, I've tested Brimaz with opposition, and it is actually quite sick because you can attack with it, and after the attack you tap their blockers, and you also have the token, and I didn't, I mean, it produced token, so obviously it's good with opposition, but until I played it, I didn't knew how good it would be. It would actually be with opposition. I like O-Ring's effect a lot. I guess I have a Face Feather already, but O-Ring would be a good wheel. Watery Grave, Cave of Koilos 2, Fact would be amazing, but there's no chance Fact is willing. Anyway, I'm just gonna take Brimaz. I guess if no one else is playing my deck, I could take O-Ring and hope to be will Brimaz, but I don't really want to risk that. And as I said, I've tested it, and Brimaz opposition is very annoying because if you can just curve Brimaz into opposition, you can directly attack, and I don't know, it just works so well. It's really amazing. There's another green dual land, but again, I have nothing really. I don't really have anything that I want to splash in green. Force of Will is an amazing card, one of my favorite. The issue is that right now I'm playing 2 other blue spells. One of them that I really don't want to pitch since it's the most powerful spell of my deck, so I'm not sure that I can make this card strong. The thing is, I don't like Angel, especially with all those 4 drops that are much better. I don't really think I want to. I might want a Wrath effect in the sideboard, but not in the main deck. I think I'm just gonna take Force of Will. I don't think it's gonna be great in this deck. It might even not end up in the main deck, but there's nothing else. I'm really not interested in either Angel or Wrath effect. Bone Splitter is nice with token to some extent. Adjani is fine, though not extremely appealing. Talia could be an option, but I will end up playing a fair amount of non-creature spells since I have those things like Rise the Alarm, my Planeswalker, Face Feather, opposition. I might even play Force of Will, so I don't think Talia is actually going to be good in my deck. I think Adjani is probably a little bit better than Bone Splitter, though neither of them are really appealing. And I'm a bit worried there because it really feels like someone else is trying to do the same thing than me. I don't really know though, because this Elspeth was really late, and that's one of the best cards for the white aggressive Tekken deck, so I'm unsure. But I'm not seeing some important cards. I mean, things like Muldrifter could be amazing, because they are both great with Venser, Opposition, Restoration, Angel, and such. Here we have 2 really sweet cards as Creature and Enter the Battlefield effect in Seagate Oracle and Flicker Wisp, and also a Flooded Strand. And that's annoying. I mean, I don't care about the Angel, I don't care about the Medic. Sun Titan is strong, but I don't care about it. But Flooded Strand, Seagate Oracle, and Flicker Wisp, amazing. I would take Seagate over Flicker Wisp, I think. I do like this card a lot. Now the question is, I mean, Flooded Strand is perfect for me. Um, and it's not wheeling. On the other hand, Seagate is, it makes the Angel and Venser match better too. Not a, I think I just love Seagate Oracle in pretty much any deck, and if the body is, I mean, most of the time I just like him for chump blocking a big thing and giving you cards. But if the body is relevant, like when you have opposition, this is even better. Exclude Spell Pierce, Kittian, and I guess Hidden Dragon Lord could be decent picks to some extent, but I'm just gonna take Elfblad. Um, Elfblad plus, I mean, this Elfblad plus opposition is just, it's just the perfect lock. I don't want to be playing too many 6-drop, but this one is a good one. I've tested Dictate of Heliod. I've been a bit unimpressed, and I had a deck with much more token making effect. So I think it is even worse there, and Phantasmal Image is actually a card that I do like a lot. Obviously it doesn't work with Venser and Angel as it will die, but I still think I like it more than Skyfisher, which doesn't, I mean, it's a decent addition, but I'm not really a dedicated enter the battlefield deck, so I don't think I can really make that card strong. Here, Spirit Keeper have been constantly disappointing me, so I'm not gonna take that. I'm just gonna take Banishing Light, which is a really good removal. O-Ring is probably not willing, but with Light and Face Feather, I have a bit of security against potential sick cards or sick draws that my opponent could make. Righteous Confluence is a really nice wheel. I like this card a lot. It's good with opposition to make token, especially Vigilance, because you can attack and tap things afterward. Same goes with Gideon, I guess. And this card is very, what is the word? O-Ring is nice pick there. I'm just English is not my mother tongue, so it, what I mean is that you can use this card for different purposes, which makes it stronger. I mean, the ability to exile an enchantment can be really strong sometimes. The gain life is the same. Overall, it's a very good card. Here, I don't really care about anything. I'm just gonna take Temple Garden again on the off chance that I want to splash green. That's not very likely, but you never know. I guess Brutal Expulsion is the more annoying card for me there. Flicker Wisp Wield, which is not too surprising, but it is a nice addition to the deck. And I'm still looking for the word that describe the fact to be able to do several different things. Actually, Kittian is fairly decent. Might or might not main deck it, and Skyfisher too. It is. Oh, that annoys me. That annoys me. That's stupid. I knew that word, and actually, I think it's almost the same as in my language. Um, well, sometimes you just cannot remember things, so I guess I will leave it there and focus on the next pack. Okay, Venser is a nice creature, fairly strong, good enter the battlefield effect. It is also another blue card, and increasing amount of blue card could make this Force of Will come back in the main deck. Other options include Elfblast Tyrol, but this is the weakest of the Elfblast, and I have already a fair amount of 5-drop as well as just better Elfblast, so I don't think I want that, and it might even wheel. Ranger of Eos is interesting, but I have only 2 targets right now, which is not really enough to make it strong. I feel like you need 3 or 4 targets to really be able to use it efficiently. I think I'm just gonna take Venser. I'm a little bit worried about my mana base right now, which means that I'm gonna take Fountain there. Yep. I really want that, especially if I can get a fetch at some point. That card is gonna be great. Treads would be a nice sideboard option. Serum Vision is fine. Engine, I don't think I really need that actually. I have, against aggressive deck, I have this and the Face Feather to gain life. This is not that synergic with opposition, except for being a creature. It is a strong card, but I don't think I need it. The only card I would be really happy to will is Hero, but since I have a fair amount of 4-drops and that I really need fixers, I'm just gonna take the Fountain there. And hopefully I can get a Fetch or a Tundra, that'd be amazing. Here, I think I'm just gonna take the Delta. I mean, Sphinx is a fine creature, Ravages of War, fairly strong spell. Baneslayer, it's a bit like Wormcoil, good against aggressive deck, but I don't think my matchup is gonna be bad. I don't really need that, and actually I would take things over Baneslayer. I do like things a lot. It is also good with Enter the Battlefield effect, I mean with Blinking effect, I guess, because if it dies, it comes back with no counter, that's amazing. Anyway, the best card in this pack is definitely Rufflos. Ravages and things would be very goodwill, but I'm just gonna focus on my mana base right now. Um, Having good mana base, I think it's gonna be crucial to this deck. Um, Efreet, Vision, Time Warp are all fairly good. I guess Time Warp with the amount of Planeswalker I have is starting to be it is starting to be better than just good. But there are two really powerful 5-drop here. Confluence and Ranger. I mean, Confluence, that card is so great for me. Because of you have less mana issues, it's almost better than Cryptic. I just love this card so much. I might actually take that. Cloud Goat is just amazing with opposition though. But I think I have enough ways to produce tokens and make creatures into the battlefield, so I'm gonna focus on this card, which is more control-y, I guess, but that I do like a lot, and I might be willing the Cloud Goat, so we'll see how it goes. And if I'm willing the Cloud Goat, I'm definitely playing it over Golem, and at this point I'm probably cutting the Monument, and for the Golem and Venser, we'll see how it goes. Ajani is most of the time good with tokens, but I don't think this is a deck in which Ajani is gonna be good. Future Sight, not really for that deck. I guess Paladin could be an option for my curve. It is also good with token. I would play that over the Warder main deck. But right now I already have 24 playable spells, which makes me less, which means that cards like that are not extremely strong could very well end up in the sideboard. Here, very easy pick. I mean, Better Skull, this is exactly the same as Wormcoil and Baneslayer. It's just a strong creature card, but that I don't need, and I just want the fixing at this point. Precinct Captain is actually a very good 2-drop in my deck, and it is a bit like Brimaz. It's amazing with opposition. So that's pretty much gonna be my pick. Mutavault could be decent, but I guess my mana base is probably not good enough to want to play Mutavault. Oost, I've been impressed with that card, and it is actually fairly sick against Reanimator deck too. But Captain is nice. Quarantine Field is strong, I'm not gonna lie, but this is not really a deck in which the Quarantine Field is gonna shine, and I have two similar effect, so I don't really need that. Seeker of the Way, not the most appealing. I think I'm just gonna take the Windstep Heath, which does fetch the Fountain, and 2 fetches plus Fountain and Fortress makes up for a solid mana base, which I really appreciate due to all of those double white and double blue spells that I'm playing. Here, I don't think I'll end up playing any cards. I guess Dissolve could be an option actually. My mana base is probably good enough that I can side this in against a control deck and combo deck, which could be good. Anthem is... I will not play that, I don't think so, but it's still good. And actually, I think I like the things more than Ravages of War. Don't get me wrong, Ravages of War is very strong, but it requires a bit of work to be very good, and you know, I'd rather take just a very good creature in things. Here, Cloud Goat Ranger, perfect. I'm happy to get those golems, as Cloud Goat is a much more appealing 5-drop. It also works better with, you know, blinking FX and also with opposition. It's just a much better card overall. Um, Way less sensitive to removal too. And here we have 26 cards. I think I'm cutting the Warden from the main deck. I don't appreciate Skyfisher and Paladin too much, but I kinda need those 2-drop. I guess Skyfisher is not really a 2-drop, but Skyfisher can interact with um, Sphinx, Oracle, um, Venzer, I guess, Cloud Goat. I don't even have that many enter the battlefield interaction. I'm gonna take Goldmane there as a sideboard option. I guess against aggressive deck I could use him as a gain life. I don't think I want to cut any of my 4, 5 or 6 drops. And actually I might cut a Janny, as actually a Janny is kinda nice. Um, hmm, not not very easy. I need to cut 2 cards though. I really don't like those 2-drops, but I don't like my curve without them. That's the issue. Hmm. Bone Shredder is more annoying. I guess I will leave things onto the sideboard, even though I like that card. Miro is weak. Some people would use my green option to splash that. I'm not. I've never been. Actually, it's a lie. It's a lie that I've never been impressed with. It's just that I don't think it is good, especially good in this deck. I think I'm gonna play the Paladin, as it is a fairly good 2-drop, even though not the most appealing. And this would be my 23, I guess. Hmm. At least I have some good sideboard option. Against a control deck, I can side in Dissolve and Force of Will. Against aggressive deck, I can side in Things, and some 2-drops, I guess, and a Janny. The deck is looking. This is a good looking deck to me. And I have this mana base that probably makes it fairly decent for me to play those double blue and double white spells, as I do have virtually 5 dual lands. I guess once I have one, I don't need many others. So those fetches count a bit as dual lands. Um, yup, and I guess this is 23 cards, and that's gonna be the main deck. So I just need to add. Okay, I think I need more. So except for the delta, everything is a white source, so it's 4. I probably want 11 is enough, I think, and 5 blue there means that I have 9. I guess a little bit less because of the fetch. I cannot really go under 9, I think, because of opposition. Yup, that's gonna be the main deck. So, yeah, it's looking fairly good. And I see you guys for round 1.